This is an issue that's very familiar to local officials. Queens Assemblyman Clyde Vanel represents the 33rd District. Neighborhoods like Cambria Heights, St. Albans, and Queens Village. Assemblyman, welcome to In Focus. Tell us, how many cases have been in your district of missing women and girls?
So we found that currently we found three. Thank goodness folks have been found recently. But we found that, Cheryl, across the city we have over 20 to 25. Across the state, 50 women of color, women and children of color. And this is a story that is not even a story that we're not even discussing in the media. And Cheryl, it's amazing that it was even a surprise to me. When people are missing, when families have children missing or people missing, it is an unspeakable agony that goes through you. And I don't want anybody to have to experience that. I don't want any families to have to experience that. And when it happens, it's something that we as a community, we as a society should make sure that we have the tools now better than we've ever had before, Cheryl, with technology, with our phones, with computers, with the internet, to be able to try to make sure that the awareness is much better. And this is a great start to it. That's why I'm excited to be here talking about these missing people.
Absolutely. And there's another group that is often missing that rarely gets talked about, and that's seniors, especially those suffering with Alzheimer's or dementia. What do you know about that?
Cheryl, I wish I didn't know about it. Very recently, my family had undergone something. My father is getting older, and he's getting up in age. And last weekend, Cheryl, he went missing, and we did not find him until the next day. Cheryl, once I found out this and started talking about it, Cheryl, more and more of us experienced that, and more seniors are experiencing Alzheimer's and dementia. And I can imagine how many families go through this. And having them missing even for a few hours is an unspeakable agony.
Yeah, even a few hours is enough to cause panic across a family and a community. You know, you have plans. You've been in the assembly for several years now, but you have some political aspirations where you could do something about this at a state level. You want to share that with us?
Yeah, well, one of the things that we're trying to see is to make sure that we get the proper resources to the different agencies and to the Attorney General's office to make sure statewide that we can make sure that our agencies are properly speaking and communicating, to make sure that we release the information properly and use technology so that people can know, and social media, so that people can know and identify and what we call, you've heard of crowdfunding, there's something called crowd searching, where we could let out the information so everybody can know who's missing or what have you. We don't have to be sitting so vulnerable when people are missing. We have things that we can do, and we should be empowered to do so. That's why having this show is so important, and what you're doing is so important, show.
Absolutely. So do you feel that there is a built-in bias within law enforcement when it comes to missing women and men, for that matter, of color?
I feel, I can't say that there's definitely a built-in bias. What I can say that, and that's ironic, is that the awareness is not there, and there's a bias with us talking about this in the media, with us portraying it, with us publicizing it. That's very important. A lot of I saw a lot of the departments and a lot of the agencies across the state with missing persons units are working hard, and there are a lot of great people that work hard in these agencies and in the police department. We have to also make sure that we have a responsibility of awareness. We have the responsibility of letting folk know. Also, with families, we have the responsibility not to suffer in silence, to be able to share this, to be able to share the information. And it's our job to be able to uphold it and do it. And it matters to have people, to have shows like this, to be able to have these kinds of conversations. All of these things matter.
Yes, and we are working hard to try to raise awareness. Queens Assemblyman Clyde Vanel, appreciate your time today. We're going to take a break. In Focus continues right after this.